How would you like to help your agile development teams to start delivering value sooner? Hi, my name is Tim McDermott. I'm a senior IT project manager. Live in the beautiful city of Tampa Bay where there's a lot of nature and trails and hiking, good hiking to do all around. So I like to get out on the weekends and do some hiking. I'm in a park called the Dead River Park right now, and there's a beautiful road behind me with covered by trees. I kind of look at it and think about the John Denver song, Take Me Home Country Road. That's how beautiful it is. So, how do you help your development teams to start delivering value to the customer sooner? Well, one of it is the the approach of progressive refinement. And here, though, I'm going to you do progressively define a product backlog, but you also progressively refine your user stories in the backlog, and that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. Is what is the value of progressively refining the user stories, the work requests in the product backlog, how it benefits the developers, how it benefits the company, etc. Um, so you have this prioritized backlog, and in it you have your work request, usually expressed as user stories. And you want to, initially when you're creating your product backlog, you put all of the work requests, the user stories in the backlog and prioritize them. And but what you don't want to do is, once you've done that, to go into too much detail in the refinement and of the work request. The things that are at the top of the list that are coming up sooner, yes, those need to be more refined. And the further you go down the list, the less refined those user stories need to be. Um, you don't want to spend all of the time up front completely writing detailed work requests and user stories, because it's just not worth the time. It's the you want to just work mainly on getting those ones at the top of the list, the highest priority items, ready to be actionable, to be worked on by the team, the development team, and then go with those. And then by using that approach of doing just detailing the top few and not so much the later ones, then you can get started sooner. And the sooner you start delivering those work requests, the sooner the users are going to start getting the value from them, and you can even start generating revenue from those things, and the revenue that you're generating from the first few work requests can kind of be used to pay for the rest of the development, etc. So you start getting money. You can start getting money sooner if you use the progressive refinement technique of user stories. And then also, with each sprint, each time you put something out there, you learn something. You get the feedback from the marketplace, the feedback from your customers, your users, and you use that information to make better decisions for the rest of the project and to further change or help refine the other user stories left in the list, the product list. So it and it puts off so that's one value. It also puts out off the decisions that have to be made until the later part. If you have something complicated in a later part in the later sprint, you don't have to make the decision until you get to just right before that sprint, and you probably have better information at that point to make that decision. So it puts off the decisions until you have more information so you can make better decisions. And it's just easier with refinement as you go along, progressive refinement as you go along, it's easier to make course changes. It's easier to discover what course changes need to be made because you get, as you put the things out there into production, you collect your lessons learned, and they let you know what assumptions that you made were incorrect, and you make your course changes based on your uh, your improvement of your assumptions, etc. And then a final thing is, if you do all of this refinement of all of the stories all up front, it just kind of creates a false sense of security. It makes you think that everything's set, everything's going to go well, and it's just not going to go well. So it gives you a false sense of security, gives your users a false sense of security. So that's another reason why you would want to do progressive refinement of your user stories. Okay, thank you all very much. I'm going to go take the long walk down this, as the McCartney song says, the long and winding road. Thank you all very much. If you like the video, like the video. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Thank you. Bye.